You're weird. I don't want to see that. Oh, you're weird. I don't want to see that movie. It looks weird. It looks strange. It looks odd. That's weird. I don't like that. That's a weird book. My personal experience, and this isn't always the case, of course, but my personal experience is that eccentricity, strangeness, weirdness, oddness, is very much something that draws men in. You know, there's something weird. That's something weird I've never seen before. Let's go check it out. That's so strange. No, that's weird. I don't want to see that. I don't want to look. I don't want to go into that cave with the noise. That's weird. No, let's go in and explore. That's so cool. It's not a positive, but it's like speaking. But no, if a woman calls a guy weird, that's not a good thing. I mean, even if they're like, oh, you're weird, but you're still kind of cute or something like that, like, that's not a good thing. You don't want that. That's not a positive. Whereas, you know, I mean, look at, there are literally, like, so many men, and I think these are men who have, like, particularly male brains, who have, like, devoted themselves to going around the world and finding and documenting things that are weird, things that are strange, things that are abnormal. You know, weird things, writing about these things, documenting them, or making up weird things. So it's really pretty interesting, isn't it? The way it works. Yeah. Let's see. I don't know. I guess that's pretty much my whole thought. Check out that garment over there. Check this out. NYC love. NYC love, baby. But yeah. So I guess those are my thoughts on weirdness. Again, it's like contrast, you know, like, oh, that's so weird. Let's go check it out. That's a weird looking animal. What is that? Let's go look at it. Let's go, you know, let's go mess around with it. Like, even if it's done in a malevolent way, like, oh, let's go, what is that? That's so weird. Let's go check it out. Let's mess it up. You know, it's still, there's this interest, there's this curiosity that's piqued. Now, on the other hand, with the female situation, it's like, no, that's so weird. Oh my God, this place is so weird. I want to get out of here. You know, and the thing is, when women do like things that are, quote, weird, it will be something often, not always, but often, that is fundamentally normal, quote, normal in many of its underpinnings, but the way in which it is weird is some sort of, it's a superficiality, you know, it'll be a sort of a veil, or it'll be a veneer of peculiarity, like, well, when you look at things, it'll be something like, you know, oh, like, look how quirky I am. I really like, you know, Hayao Miyazaki movies, or look how quirky I am. Like, I really like, or it'll be like, you know, look at me traveling the world. You know, look at me traveling this, like, in this exotic foreign country. But you know, they'll be staying at hotels and taking guided tours or something like that. I don't know, or even if they're solo traveling, you know, they'll be having like they won't be like, oh, like, let's get immersed in the culture, let's like volunteer and work in like a local farm or something and pay for my room and board. It's like, you know, it's something that will have changed to fundamentally be normal, just like how a woman might like a man who dresses strangely or dresses in an eccentric manner, but, you know, fundamentally is very normal inside, you know, whereas someone who like dresses, you know, very normal and is kind of like normal presenting on the surface, but who fundamentally does have, like, you know, real strangenesses and eccentricities and oddities to the way their thought patterns work. And I'm not just talking about, like, in the negative way. I'm talking about in the positive way, like some type of genius savant, or some type of person who is really truly like some sort of, like, you know, some very, like, dreamy headed, like, you know, thinker type, or some person who's like obsessed someone who's just like maniacal obsession for one thing. There are people who like that in academia, there are people like that in business, where it's just they're obsessed with one thing, and that's that one thing that they love to do, that they always do. That is an oddity, like a mental oddity that won't be tolerated. Diverges too much from the neurotypical norm. That's too, quote, weird. You're weird. It's weird. I mean, I would even posit that maybe this isn't the case always, but I think that, well, there's some women, okay, in terms of women who do like, quote, like weird stuff, or young women, girls, old women who like weird stuff, like, I'd say that in most of the cases, they're either women who sort of like, either A, it's not really that weird of the stuff that they're into, B, it's not that weird. It's just something that has the trappings, the sort of pretensions of eccentricity. Or B, it's they've sort of resorted to that because they're kind of like losers, so they like sort of weird stuff that, let's say, guys like, that like weird guys like they get in with a scene of weird guys, or even like, let's say they're not losers, but they get in with a scene of guys who like stuff that's weird, so they kind of think it's cool or whatever, so they kind of like blend into it, but that's not really like authentically coming from them. And then the third would be option C would be what was it? I was thinking of it a second. I had it in my head a moment ago. It's just sort of something about give me a sec. Women and weirdness. It's like option A would be like when women like something that sort of presents as like unique or quirky or whatnot, but still fundamentally has like a sense of kind of like normal undergirdings. B is that they like this thing because they've effectively fallen in with a group of men who like this thing for whatever reason, and it's sort of like that kind of influence that's not necessarily authentically coming from them. And then C is that they fundamentally have kind of masculine brains, quote unquote, themselves, and that's why they are interested in or drawn to the weird in any facet